And Princess Catherine attends commemorations as the nation falls silent on Armistice Day.
And on BBC London, pausing to remember on a day marking the end of the First World War as people across the capital pay tribute to those who served and sacrificed for their country.
Now, the Queen and the Princess of Wales have attended services to mark Armistice Day in the UK as events took place around the world. Catherine was at the National Memorial Arboretum in Staffordshire, where the last post signalled the start of a national 2-minute silence at 11 o'clock this morning to mark the end of World War I. Phil Mackey reports.
After the huge events staged here to commemorate the 80th anniversaries of VE and VJ Day earlier this year, today saw a smaller but no less poignant occasion. After the last post, at 11 o'clock, the 2 minutes silence was observed here and across the UK. The Queen laid a wreath at Paddington Station, having travelled by train, and schools were sent this message by the Prince of Wales.
Armistice Day is an important time for us to stop and reflect. It is a reminder that remembrance is for everyone.
In Staffordshire, the Princess of Wales was the first to lay a wreath in the Armed Forces Memorial and afterwards talked at length to veterans of recent and older conflicts.
It's a very honest and humble place.
They included Alan Kennett, who served as RAF ground crew in World War II, landing in France in 1944 just after D-Day, for which he was awarded the Légion d'honneur. Do you feel in any way special having got to meet the Princess?
No, I don't. No. I'm not special at all. I did my job and that was it.
The Royal British Legion has unveiled this field of remembrance this year with 35,000 wooden crosses with poppies on. And on them are written messages by members of the public to loved ones who fought and in many cases lost their lives in conflicts beginning in World War I. Days like this give people a chance to pause and think about the many from their own families who made the ultimate sacrifice. And for those who have survived, a chance to remember friends who didn't make it back from faraway conflicts. Phil Mackey, BBC News, Staffordshire.
Well, we can go live now to the Tower of London, where the lights are about to come down on the commemoration there marking the 80th anniversary of the end of the Second World War. Sally is there.
Yes, welcome to a very calm, serene and poignant scene here at the Tower of London with these beautiful poppies on show. You may recall that back in 2014, 888,246 poppies were put here to mark every British and colonial life lost in the First World War. Then earlier this year, to mark the 80th anniversary of VE Day, nearly 30,000 were brought back from the Imperial War Museum and put on this beautiful show here. And every day they've been both turned on and turned off since then, every night. And tonight they will be turned off for the final time. So there was a special ceremony here this evening, and in that ceremony we heard some lovely stories about the Tower of London and its important role during the Second World War, the fact that it was a prisoner of war camp, that it had allotments, that of course very sadly it was bombed during the Blitz. And there was also a bit of a beautiful poem that was commissioned for the poppies for the Poet Laureate, and let's hear just a little bit of that now.
Almost weightless, even in full bloom, we made them souls, the poppies, souls of those who we lost, and, let it be said, those who we killed.
Well, I'd like to introduce you to Brigadier Andrew Jackson now. Andrew, these have been part of your life here at the Tower for the last 6 months. Why did you decide to have a ceremony for them turning off tonight?
It would have been all too easy just to shut the Tower's gates tonight with our last visitor leaving and then pull all the poppies out and get them away. But we didn't want to do that. We wanted to show the poppies the respect they deserve. This is now part of the tower's modern history. We've had the 2014 installation, we had the lights in 2018, and bringing the poppies back this year is part of that continuum. So it's really important for us to do it properly.
OK, well listen, we're just going to step out of the shot now and hopefully you can see these poppies go off for the final time. It'll just take a few seconds, I'll stop talking and hopefully you'll be able to see it. There we go, so a very special moment here. Andrew, just one quickly, very brief question. How much will you miss them?
Oh, we'll miss them a huge amount. As veterans at the Tower of London, remembrance is so important to us, and the poppies are a powerful symbol of that. We'll remember this for a long time, and we'll really miss them not being here.
OK, listen, well, thank you so much for joining us. We'll be seeing how the rest of London remembers very soon.
Well, earlier there was a special arrival by train for Armistice Day. The Poppies to Paddington train pulled in with the Queen on board, along with wreaths from across the West. Antoine Allen was there on Platform 1.
Full of pride and remembrance. The Veterans' Wives Choir weren't the only special guests at Paddington Station today. Her Majesty Queen Camilla led today's Remembrance Day tributes, laying a wreath in honour of the fallen. Whilst the choir's song gave veterans a moment to reflect.
It made me realise what I missed, but it made me so proud to be able to wear my poppy out today and be part of what today is all about.
So sing it out, we will remember them.
Kurt's wife is a member of the choir that sang for the Queen and veterans.
Oh, it was amazing. Something that I'd never dreamt of doing before. Yeah, absolutely honoured. Yeah, overwhelming at some points as well, yes. Yeah, I have no voice left.
Armistice Day marks the moment the guns of World War I fell silent in 1918.
We owe our freedom, for us they paid the price. Forevermore is our duty.
This is Harry Weston. He was my great uncle who died in the First World War when he was 21.
It's a day that remembers all of those lost in service from the First World War to conflicts ever since.
Very special to have Her Majesty the Queen join us today and travel on one of the trains that came from the West Country to bring poppy wreaths to the capital today. And it was a very special day. We've had people from across the railway industry have come together in that single act of remembrance.
The fallen were remembered across the capital, from Westminster Abbey to Big Ben. At Paddington, the choir eventually fell silent, but the message from the poppies to the train is to keep remembering those that have made the ultimate sacrifice. Antoine Allen, ITV News.